This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Make another smart choice with Auto Quote Explorer to compare rates from multiple car insurance companies all at once. Try it at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Welcome to Hello Uglies, the Dracula recap show for Titan Season 2, Episode 7, titled The Boulet Brothers Horror Picture Show. My name's Joe Batanz, and I am joined, as always, by the goddess of glitz, glamour, goth, gossip, and gore herself, the one, the only, the very talented Miss Laurian K. Rockenkamp. Hello, Lori.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? I should say hello, Lori. Instead of hello, Uglies. Hello, Lori. Oh. Anyway, you guys are very lucky. Lori and I have so little time today. We are gonna cover everything. Worst case scenario. This is also a message for Lori. If we don't finish, we'll just continue it on the Dress to Kill. Anything we don't finish, we'll finish on Dress to Kill, which unfortunately for the free public feed, you won't have access to unless you are over at patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia. So that's yet another reason to join over at patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia. Join at the $5 level and above, and you will get that content. But, again, this always shows up the next day free, full show, the show that the public feed gets, but like 2 days earlier, no commercials over at Patreon on the app, at the website. Even if you're a free member gets it a day late. And then public feed people just get it when they get it. All right, let's jump right into this week. The monsters performing the Boulet Brothers Horror Picture Show. Eva Destruction is named the winner of the challenge and earns the power to eliminate one of her fellow competitors. After a contentious cauldron, Eva chooses to eliminate Sigourney Beaver. Meanwhile, in the Hellbound Showdown, Blackberry beats Priscilla Chambers and sends her back to hell. Lori, did the right monster win the challenge, and did the right ghoul get the chop?
Look.
Yeah.
I'll go to the first one. The first one I think is easy. Did the right one win the challenge? No. I think Jahäria should have won.
Okay.
Should have won by a landslide. I thought Jahäria did the best in the musical challenge. I thought her outfit was good. I thought she killed it. I don't know why they voted for, I know why they voted for Eva, but I don't.
Oh, yeah. It's very obvious. They even criticized Eva's outfit. They didn't like Eva's outfit because it didn't fit the theme.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So, and then as I have mixed feelings about Sigourney going home. Mm-hmm. Personally, and this is just my personal opinion, immediately when they gave it to Eva, I was like, she's going to vote for Sigourney.
Really? You knew this?
Yeah.
Because they seem to be kind of good Judies throughout the season.
But see, that's where it gets you. If you notice, when Abora was talking about why she should stay in the show, she did not tie herself to Eva. Mm-hmm. Because that is the death knell for Eva. Eva will cut all ties that she has.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. And
Sigourney's whole thing was, we're friends, and you should keep me for the finale. So that, and she didn't do herself any favors. Immediately, I was like, this is sexist. They're going to vote for Sigourney. She's going to vote for Sigourney. But then she didn't really do herself any favors. Mm-hmm. And so part of me thinks that it still was sexist, but another part is like, yeah, She didn't do herself. I think she shot herself in the foot when she tried to play the relationship card, because that's poison to
So
Eva's
you're
ears.
saying, this is very interesting here. This is very interesting. So for people who didn't watch, let's just recap this part right now. So what happens is Eva wins the challenge. And the Boulets say that as the winner of the challenge, she has also won, I don't know if it was a spell or a curse, but
Like a transducer.
yeah, I
something.
have
Space
it
transducer.
here. I think it's like the sonic transducer or something like that.
Yeah.
I had it here, but I don't see it right here off the top of my head. Oh, here it is. The sonic transducer. And that would allow her to immediately vaporize, eliminate, and dissolve a competitor. So they go to the cauldron and everyone's pleading their case in different ways. Now, I'm going to say what Sigourney says because Laurie addresses something that I think most people would think the opposite, but Laurie's going left when people go right. Sigourney says and reveals to the rest of the cast that in Sigourney's brain, at least, there was a pact among Eva, Abhora, and Sigourney that they would make sure the three of them got through to the finals. Now, once again, none of this saw this sonic transducer coming. And so as far as they're concerned, there's no reason to have alliances. But whatever, we'll address it because it comes up multiple times in the show. But also, Sigourney makes veiled threats to Eva that if she chooses her, that she will suffer the consequences of the wrath of her fans. Now, in my brain walking into this, that was sort of the death knell for Sigourney. But you're saying that when Sigourney revealed that there was a pact to the other girls, which Eva and Abhora, according to JK, I don't know why they don't have Eva and Abhora saying this. According to JK, Eva and Abhora told her that there was no pact. But you're saying, so the revelation that there was a pact, or at least tying her to a pact, is what sent her home.
Yeah. I mean, look at what happened in the last season in the last Titans with Abhora. Abhora said, you're my friend. I rely on you. Eva immediately cut her out and was like, I don't want to have anything to do with your drama. Then we cut to this season. Dahlia goes to Eva, says, you're my friend. I need your help. Eva immediately throws her under the bus. Sigourney goes to Eva and says, you're my friend. I need your help. Eva eliminates her. Stop telling Eva you need her. She will cut you loose. She does not want to be tied to anyone in this competition.
Can I say something?
No.
Oh, God.
Eva,
What? No. Eva's not here.
no. I thought...
No. This is not... Hold on for a second. Did you listen to the previous episode? Eva Destruction Week snuck on here. Okay, now you're here as part of a charity. I know your name is Eva, Laurie. So this person won a charity auction, but their name is Eva Construction.
What was the charity?
Make a dish. It's for kids. If you make an entree or something, you get to go somewhere. So they chose to come here.
That's the charity?
That's the charity.
Okay. What are the dishes for?
So anyway, Eva Construction won this challenge, this charity.
Okay.
And she decided she wanted to sit in on an episode of Hello Uglies.
Okay.
So I guess if Eva Construction wants to say something, you can come up.
Look, I don't know anything about this Eva Destruction. She seems really awesome and rad. But what I'm going to tell you is I think Eva is just doing it for herself. She's just out for herself. That's who she's looking out for. It's a smart way to play the game. And that's what she's doing. So she's just looking out for, she's not caring about Sigourney. She's not caring about Abhora. She's not caring about Dahlia. She's out for herself.
But why are you why are you feel the need to chime in about this person you don't know?
I'm just a big fan of Hello Uglies, and I wanted to, participate. And I won't chime in. This is just I heard what I thought was an incorrect statement. I just wanted to correct it live on the record.
Okay.
All right, dude. I'm gonna have to stop putting this option into these charity auctions. Also making more work for myself later. I don't know why I'm doing.
You should also.
I don't know why I'm doing that either.
Exactly.
Anyway, look, I figured you might have. I didn't know where you were going to go on this. You know, if I'm being honest with you, because Eva does not, like, as you to quote you, do herself any favors in the cauldron.
Well,
I don't know. I'm sorry, Sigourney does not do herself any favors in the cauldron. It's almost like every step of the way, how not to save yourself from elimination.
And what's so funny is the queens are telling her, like, this is not the way to go. This is not the way to do it. Even Eva's like, this is not how you win me over. And she still doubles down. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, Sigourney, like, girl, you know, like, stop. What are you doing?
Literally read the room.
Don't get me wrong. If I was, I still wholeheartedly feel that she was going to go home. I still feel that that's how Eva would have voted. Now, but as far as like the ending of the episode, where we hear a hot mic where supposedly Sigourney threatens that her, fans will wreak havoc on Eva.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest with you. I mean, I don't know how diehard these fans are, but I'm a fan of Sigourney's. Mm-hmm. And I saw that and I was like, you didn't do yourself any favor. Like that's how I was. I'm not gonna be like, oh, Sigourney. I mean, don't get me wrong. Eva hammed it up to no end. I mean, the face she made when she found out she had to eliminate. Oh my God, they kept flashing back to her, and I was like, Jesus Christ. You would have thought that they told her she had to chop her dick off.
Yeah, no.
It's just like, what? And then when she said the name, she started gasping for air like she just ran a marathon. And then in the confessional, she goes, this is actually a curse. Why?
Okay.
Why is it actually a curse?
Because, Laurie, this is why they chose Eva. They knew, this is a very smart move on the producers. They know these girls, and they knew that if they gave it to Eva, this is exactly what she would do. She behaved exactly the way the producers predicted and expected and wanted her to behave.
Yes. That's why, that's why I was saying we know why she won. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I don't know.
Now, I'm going to tell you, just to answer some of these questions, did the right monster win the challenge? I'm going to disagree with you. I'm agree with you that it shouldn't have been Eva. But I'm going to say, I think JK did I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think JK did really well.
I have a caveat for that.
Sure.
It's actually something Sigourney brought up. This was a musical challenge. Mm-hmm. She did not sing at all in the show. So, yes, I thought she did great, but she did not sing. Jahäria sang beautifully and performed amazing.
Okay.
So, I think that for the musical challenge, Jahäria should have won. Now, this was an acting challenge. Okay. Yeah, JK should have won.
All right. And then, one of the criticisms they gave towards Cynthia was that she didn't stand out. I thought Cynthia totally stood out. I didn't understand that criticism at all. First of all, let's be honest, and the Boulet said this, they all did a great job. It was actually a very good.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about when we get to it. But they all did a great job. Did the right queen get the chop? If I were Eva, who would I have eliminated?
I would say Abora because
shut up.
No. Because Abora really is her comp. Like, it's Abora between Abora and Eva. Mm-hmm. I feel like for the win. Now, I think Eva is gonna win, but who knows? Abora could, pull it out. But Abora was in a vulnerable spot. She did not get a good, critique this episode, so she could have easily taken her out. And then Sigourney. I mean, as much as I love Sigourney. The judges are right. She's not wowing. She's not trying out new things. She's not wowing with different outfits. She's probably going to do the same thing over and over again, So she's not going to win. And then you got JK, Jahäria, and Cynthia. They're not, she's definitely going to be, Eva's going to beat them. So I think if she got rid of Abora, she could eliminate literally her biggest competition. But I think she went Sigourney, A, because it's a biological woman, and B, because she, said that they were friends. So I think she had one strike against her, and then that was 2 and 3.
I want to address something else you said in the thing. You said that, about Sigourney and her fandom. I did see chatter online about Sigourney mistaking the anger that people had for the misogynies they saw on screen and mistaking that as anger against misogyny as support for her personally. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There were people who were really upset with the contestants for what they saw as misogyny, but that didn't necessarily mean that they thought Sigourney was the greatest drag queen that ever lived. But she saw them as fighting for her because she's fantastic and not because that she was being discriminated against.
I can see that. Yeah, I mean, look, she does have a very conflated, she does have a very, she's very egotistical, right? But I think you have to be on that competition.
Yeah.
To put yourself out there. And I get very frustrated when they go, oh, well, you don't think there were competition? And I think she should, to be honest with you, I don't think she should have minced words. I know she should have been like, I'm not talking about you guys, or I'm not trying to say, I think she should be like, yeah, I don't think you're competition, like, just be honest, because she kind of towed that line of being honest and then trying to backtrack and be like, but I don't mean you guys, and it's just like, just say it, Yeah, and I thought it was a little frustrating. Look, I'm not saying Jahäria hasn't been met with a lot of racism, and I'm sure it's awful. I'm sure it's been awful, and she shouldn't have to do that, and I think that's incredibly sad. But when you have a woman talking about her experience, it's a little bit of a dick move to then go, well, I have an experience too.
Well, no, hold on for a second. Hold on. I'm going to push back. If I remember correctly, the conversation is not that she doesn't come out and say it. Sigourney says you haven't experienced. She says to Jahäria directly, you have never experienced discrimination. She says for your body, right? And so Jahäria comes back with maybe it's implied not for her body, but for the color of her skin.
Well, she says she's been banned from doing shows for the color of her skin. But what I'm trying to say is that I think before that, when they got into that, Sigourney was like, I've dealt with a lot of challenges. And Jahäria was like, well, we've all dealt with, and it's just like, well, it's her time to speak. Like, they didn't interrupt anyone else except for Sigourney. So I don't know. I felt like Jahäria was ganging up on her unnecessarily.
I'd have to rewatch it. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I'll have to I'm going off my memory. So my memory might be faulty. I know you just watched it 1 minute ago, so your memory's better. Lori was late. She was like, I'll be right there. But it was because she was watching the end of the episode. She doesn't think I know?
No, I finished it when I was driving. I was late because I texted Star, so I have to go to this thing at school. Yeah. I have to go to this board meeting for school. Let's say I work for the school district of Costa Mesa. Okay. So I tell Star, I have to go to the district office and for this board meeting. And she goes, where's the district office? And I wrote back, the Costa Mesa District, Unified Teachers District. You don't know what that is? You don't know where the district office for the Costa Mesa? Yeah. And she was like, oh, okay, yeah. And I was like, and then she goes, are you hangry? And I was like, yeah, I mean, that's part of it. But also it's like, I don't know. Maybe I was a little pissy. But
you're pissy because your girl Sigourney went home.
Because that's so anyway, but she was sweet. But yeah, I was just like, I was a little pissy with her. So I was busy having an argument with Star for no reason.
All right, guys, why don't we do this? Why don't we take a break? When we come back, Lori, we don't have a lot of time, okay? So no foolishness.
All right.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about our big takeaways, and we'll get into the episode. And like I said, we have a time constraint. Whatever we don't finish. Now, we're not talking about the looks on this episode. We talk about it on, what's the name of that show, Lori? Dressed to Kill. Dressed to Kill might be longer if we have to finish whatever episode we can't finish today. All right, we'll be back right after this.
With new, gentler scented Clorox disinfecting wipes, clean finally smells as good as it feels on everything from lamps to ceiling fans, even on your kid's toy shark. Oh, ouch. Clorox disinfecting wipes, now available in crisp lemon. Find it on Amazon. Clorox, clean feels good.
Hi, I'm here to pick up my son Milo.
There's no Milo here. Who picked up my son from school?
Streaming only on Peacock.
I'm gonna need the name of everyone that could have a connection.
You don't understand. It was just the 5 of us.
So this was all planned.
What are you gonna do? I will do whatever it takes to get my son back.
I honestly didn't see this coming. These nice people killing each other.
All Her Fault. A new series streaming now only on Peacock.
The Who's Down in Who Newville were making their list, but some didn't know Walmart has the best brands for their gifts.
What about toys? Do they have brands kids have been wanting all year?
Yep, Barbie, Tony's, and Lego. Gifts that will make them all cheer.
Do you mean they have all the brands I adore?
They have Nintendo, Nespresso, Apple, and more.
What about...
So the Who answered questions from friends till they were blue. Each one listened and shouted, from Walmart? Who knew? Shop gifts from top brands for everyone on your list in the Walmart app.
We are back. All right, Lar, what was your big takeaway from this episode?
My big takeaway was everyone's sexist. No, I'm kidding. What was my big takeaway? You know, I think my big takeaway was I'm 90% sure that Eva's going to win.
All right.
10% of me feels like they are laying the groundwork for a underdog story. Now, it could be Jahäria, it could be JK, it could even be Cynthia. I'm less inclined to think it's Cynthia, but I feel like they're laying the groundwork to have somebody kind of go in and take it, which I would love personally. I would love for them to announce that JK won and then zoom in on Eva's face. That would bring me joy. The second thing is that Cynthia is definitely producing the show.
Cynthia Doll is producing the show?
Yeah. Yes. Cynthia is definitely producing the show. I don't necessarily know if she's doing it. She's helping the producers, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think she's just as guilty, if not more, than not just as guilty, if not more than what Dahlia was doing.
Oh, yeah. Well, like that. Remember that moment when they're talking about, getting one up or, doing whatever. And Abora actually intelligently goes, what can we actually do to affect anyone in this competition? And Cynthia literally goes, well, you should talk to Jahäria. Like, she just completely derails that. Like, she's like, puts the kibosh on that quick. And is like, moving on, because she knows that this is what the Boulet Brothers want. They want this weird competition bullshit to happen. Where it's like we do packs and we have this and we have that to make it seem like you can kind of get one over on somebody. But rarely does it happen that that's actually the case. And when it is, it's very planned out. So
usually my big takeaway is very long and pensive, but since we're short on time and I want to get through as much as possible, I'll just say this. What we saw here, what I like about, maybe it's my background as a magician, but what I think I like the most about this, whatever it's solar interruptus or whatever it's called, troller transducer or what, I don't know. The point is that. It was this. Oh, I have it right here. Hold on.
I can't think of the S.
It's a horrible name for it.
It's a transducer. Well, isn't it part of the lore of Rocky Horror Picture Show? Isn't that the thing that they used to vaporize?
Oh, is that what it is? The sonic transducer. Yeah. I haven't seen Rocky Horror Picture Show. Well, here's the deal with Rocky Horror Picture Show. Rocky Horror Picture Show has like an amazing first half. The first half of Rocky Horror Picture Show is just stellar.
Oh, yeah.
And then the second half is just not very good at all. Let's just be honest.
Once Meatball leaves, once they kill Meatball, I think it goes downhill.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen the stage. I've never seen like a live version of it, just seen the movie. So, I mean, look, I love Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I agree with you. I think it kind of they jumped the whale when they kill Meatball, and then it kind of goes downhill from there.
So, what I was gonna say is,
not me. I keep saying meatloaf.
What I will say is, it's kind of brilliant what they did and when they did this episode and whatnot, because what I like as a magician is the illusion of choice. And what it means is you're like, wow, if you're just looking at it on the surface, you're like, wow, the Boulets, that was really bold of them to allow a contestant just to eliminate whomever they wanted. You know, when do you see that? Yeah. There's always some sort of like restriction placed on the contestant. Like it's like 2 people that RuPaul chooses. It's like there's like a weird restriction that go ahead.
I also think it's part of like the, you know, I think they definitely you could tell that they're listening to people, because I think a lot of people are like, well, how can somebody actually affect somebody's position in this competition? Like that doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. And then boom, they give them this song of Transducer, and they're like, see?
Yes, and it gives this illusion, well, like, wow, Eva can choose anybody she wants. And they're giving her free choice. But I don't think the choice is that free.
No.
Because look how close we are to the end. This is episode 7. There's effectively really only, I don't know if the reunion is an extra episode. I don't think it is. Or if it's built in. So if it's built in, you really only have one real episode, a reunion, then a finale, or one episode, a finale, and then a reunion. I don't know when the reunion comes in, right? And so what I'm saying is, oh, wow, it's so close to the end that either Eva eliminates Jahäria or Cynthia. In that case, she just did the job of the producers for them.
Yeah.
Or she eliminates JK, Sigourney, or Abhora. Well, they can cancel that out because there's really only one hellbound showdown before the end, and they can put that person right back into the competition. You know? Yeah. So if they want Sigourney really, if they do want Sigourney back in the competition, I have news for you guys. Next week, she's going to win the Hellbound Showdown. If they don't want her in the finale, if they didn't want her in the finale, well, then Eva just did their job for them. You know? So it's the illusion of free choice. It's all an illusion. In other words, if they were really ballsy, they would do this episode 1, right? And you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah. I didn't, well, they kind of did when they gave the teams a chance to vote for somebody.
No, but they had that illusion still, because then they were able to save somebody.
Oh, yeah.
And they saved Sigourney, actually.
Yeah.
So I
personally think Blackberry is going to win.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, but I have my own theory on that.
Okay, here we go. All right. After the extermination challenge, the monsters speculate on who was exterminated. Later, the group continues to debate about the track record versus performance thing. They discuss Cynthia's 2 bottom placements and Blackberry's win, coupled with 2 back-to-back wardrobe malfunctions. Later, Cynthia struts back into the lab, much to everyone's surprise. Later, JK tells Sigourney that Sigourney is the next to go based on her performance in the competition. I guess JK read the room. Lori, any thoughts here on everything that happened after the extermination challenge in the laboratory, all that jazz?
No, not really. I mean, I don't know. I guess I was shocked that I was disappointed that Blackberry didn't come back.
You were surprised that Blackberry didn't come back? Okay.
I was shocked that I was disappointed.
Well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Because Cynthia walks in and they are all gagged that Cynthia walked in. They are convinced that Blackberry's the one coming back. And just based on track record. First of all, they have this track record conversation. Again, it's a stupid conversation even on Drag Race. But that said, it makes a tiny bit more sense in Drag Race, where I feel it does play depending on how the producers want it to be. It does play a role. I have never seen it or remember any time track record has played any kind of role in this competition.
Like a major, like a major role.
So it is weird that they keep having this fucking conversation about track record. And by the way, the only time I've ever seen track record come up on Drag Race really is on All Stars, when it was completely fabricated by the queens when they were trying to figure out how they would vote themselves in this way of doing the All Stars rules. But then it leaked into regular Drag Race. But I still don't understand where a track record became a thing and on this show. Oh, and anyway, so then Cynthia walks in and they're all surprised. Why is anyone surprised that Cynthia walked back into the workroom? To me, it was so obvious she was coming back.
I don't know. Look, I agree. Like I said, I was 90% sure Cynthia would be coming back. But there was a 10% where I was like, maybe, the judges like Blackberry. So maybe they'll keep her. But yeah, then when Cynthia came back in, I was, because, I haven't been a big fan of Blackberries. Mm-hmm. So I was shocked that I was like, oh, Blackberry didn't come back. I was shocked by that.
Laurian's doing a good job. She's vamping while eating a candy bar.
Well, you ruined it. Mm-hmm. Now that.
Well, I knew I had more time with the candy bar, so.
Yeah.
I had to call. I had to be honest. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know. To me, but they also like Cynthia. And you just said you think Cynthia is producing the show.
No, that's right. I said, it was pretty much written on the wall that she was coming back. Yeah. I was shocked that I didn't think I was going to miss her. Mm-hmm. And I do miss Blackberry.
Yeah.
So.
Now there's a part later on where JK and Sigourney have at it yet again.
Yeah.
Which they've been doing all season. But that's actually not the part that bugged me. The part that bugged me is that Jahäria thinks that she had some sort of hand in this when it existed before she even got involved.
Yeah.
And I'm going to also have to say that Sigourney does bug when she does her veiled threats.
She does bug. And I will say that part of me thinks it's a joke.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you think she's joking?
And part of me thinks she's joking. Mm-hmm. But in that way, when you're serious, but then you go, no, I'm just joking. Oh,
like when I used to try and hook up with straight guys in college. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be so funny if we just took our clothes off and kissed?
Yeah.
That would be so funny. Everyone would think that was so. How gagged would everybody be if we did that?
Yeah. Or if you let me blow you, wouldn't that be hilarious?
Yeah.
And then if they're like, no, you just be like, I'm joking, dude.
I said it'd be hilarious. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of but no, I think, I don't know. Sigourney got in her own way, man. Sigourney's one of those people who, she was on, a train was coming towards her. Don't get me wrong. I feel like they were still gunning for her. Mm-hmm. But a train was coming towards her and she was actively trying to jump in front of it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, stop trying to jump in front of that train, Sigourney. Get out of that way of the train.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah. And so, I don't know. But she can't help but be herself.
That's our Sigourney.
She's Sigourney.
She can't help but be herself.
She's a beaver.
That's right. She's Sigourney Beaver. A busy beaver.
So, yeah.
All right, let's move on. For this week's floor show, the monsters must present a look inspired by the Rocky Horror Picture Show and perform live in the Boulet Brothers Horror Picture Show musical. The monsters prepare for this week's floor show and performance. Jahäria reflects on the musical from season 6 and how poorly received it was. Eva calls out JK for openly targeting her. Meanwhile, JK names Eva the biggest threat in the competition. Later, Eva reveals she's done musical theater since she was a child, and Cynthia tells the group that Jahäria is playing them all. Okay, Lar. A lot happening in the workroom. There's a rehearsal. Yeah, what's going on here?
Yeah, I think, this was that time when So we have the thing where JK's coming for Eva, and Eva's like, well, I've heard things. And JK's like, yeah, you're a big competition. I want to take you down. And then and then Eva goes, well, I'm not worried. I've been doing musical theater since I was 10. And Jahäria goes, well, you just made yourself a target. And now you're saying because you're doing it. And then Abora rightly says, look, this competition is about talent. Why are we talking about this whole target thing? What can we actually do to, affect anyone in this competition? And then Cynthia Dahl basically goes, look over here. Look over here.
Look over here, bitch.
Yeah. Oh my God. That is a really good Cynthia Dahl.
Thank you. Now, by the way, for eagle-eared people, eagle-eared. What would be the eagle? Is eagle-eyed? What would be the ear one? For bat-eared people.
Or owl ear. Don't owls?
For owl-eared people in the workroom, the part where they just show them working the montage and stuff?
Yeah.
You would hear the old RuPaul's Drag Race recap theme song in the background. Yeah, I know. I picked it up and I'm like, oh, that's the old recap theme song.
Oh, that's funny.
So it's right there in that workroom, right when that first workroom.
They really can't stop copying you.
They're obsessed.
They really can't stop. Just really,
They might as well just tell us they're big fans. I don't know why they drop these hints in the show all the time.
I know.
By the way, I think this relates to what you were just saying, Lauria. Well, maybe not Lauria. What's your name? Your name not Lauria. Where did I get that name? No, I was looking at the name Jahäria on here, and I was going to say your name. I said Lauria. Where Jahäria in the rehearsal, she goes like, "Don't count me out." I'm like, who's counting?
Yeah.
Why would anyone counting have anything to do with you?
But that's what I'm saying is they keep talking to each other like they're the deciders, And this is just this stupid sonic transducer bullshit is just gonna really hit that home.
Yeah.
I guarantee you next episode we're gonna have a lot more of that, I'm coming for you kind of bullshit. Yeah. But also, just as a side note, if they truly believe that this is like a thing, and and they are making packs, why is it that they break their packs so goddamn quickly? for like during this show, like I don't think anybody has kept a pack.
No.
In this entire season.
The pack never exists. There's it's all kinds of things that don't work. And none of them are working. Everyone's breaking the packs. The pack doesn't exist. It's one-sided. All that jazz. Okay. So then what happens is they have the floor show. Okay.
Uh-huh.
We're going to talk about the actual floor show and the looks and everything on our show, Dress to Kill. Hopefully, if we can buzz right through this, we won't have to talk about anything else. But if you want to hear that, patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia or join patreon.com or on the app and all that. Okay. Let's talk now about the Boulet Brothers Horror Picture Show. I kind of said at the top of the show, I thought it was pretty fucking good.
I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot.
I will say, in terms of the music, I don't know who they hired to write the music, but I don't think as a Drag Race person, because I feel there's contracts that wouldn't let them do that. But even if it was or it wasn't, it doesn't matter. There's some sort of thing, like there's this weird way of writing music. I don't understand music or music composition or musical grammar that much to understand. But whoever wrote this musical has the same musical grammar and composition style as the person that writes the Drag Race parody musicals. And they rhyme with each other. They musically rhyme. I don't know how to explain it. I guess when they do these parodies of these songs, there's a weird rhythm and cadence that they have to writing this music where the instrumentation sounds like it. You can pick up what they're trying to reference, but they always have like a dun 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 dun, which is time warp song also. But like I feel like there's like a weird, I don't understand how to explain it because I'm not a musical person, but like a lot of Drag Race musicals sound musically and compositionally, I don't know if that's a word, like the one we saw. It wasn't bad. I'm just saying there's this weird crutch, a musical writing crutch, almost like the musical version of like a hack joke, that they have of like writing these,
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that was something I picked up on. But other than that, I mean, there's not much to it. The songs were fun. The performances were fun. There's not one person who did a bad job. Do you think so, Laurie?
No. Look, another reason why I thought that it would be unfair to vote for Sigourney was it kind of felt like this episode, I feel like personally, is that the sonic transducer should have been given to somebody who did poorly in this episode, not necessarily over the course of this season. But it seemed very quickly that they just immediately were like, we're going from course of the season. But Cynthia and Sigourney, I feel like, should have been safe because they're like the one judge said, their characters were the hardest because they didn't really have that much, singing or, anything. So yeah, I felt like those two were the least interesting, but they did well with them. I didn't think they did a bad job.
All right. On the main stage, we're moving on. We're going to wrap this up. Eva Destruction is named the winner of the challenge. In a surprise twist, the Boulet Brothers reveal that Eva also won the power of the sonic transducer, a curse that will vaporize any competitor that she chooses. In the cauldron, the remaining monsters plead their cases to Eva. JK says they want to prove their strong competition after season 5. Jahäria feels she earned her position. Abhora reflects on how much it means for her to be there. Cynthia believes she's shown growth, and Sigourney asks if Eva wants her as a friend or as an enemy. Eva calls out Sigourney's attempt to emotionally manipulate her, and Sigourney claims she's the only one who has lost opportunities because she's a cisgender woman. Later, Jahäria countered with her experiences as a black alternative artist. We've kind of discussed this, but I'm going to stop here, Lori, to see if there's anything you wanted to add based on what I read.
No.
All right. On the main stage, Eva uses the sonic transducer to immediately vaporize Sigourney Beaver from the competition. Later, Sigourney Beaver is caught on a hot mic saying that her fans are going to wreck Eva, and Sigourney will never forget this. In the Hellbound Showdown, Blackberry and Priscilla Chambers face off in their Rocky Horror picture show inspired looks. In the end, Blackberry emerges victorious. Lori, any final thoughts on the episode? Oh, I do want to talk about that Hellbound Showdown. Any thoughts on that?
I just think it was funny that they kept reiterating like two different, I think it was Jahäria and Cynthia and the judges kept reiterating that like she's going to immediately be eliminated. Yeah. Nothing. No goodbye. It's like when they go down the hatch, they don't get a goodbye.
And they don't get a goodbye when they're just eliminated. Like Blackberry didn't get a goodbye.
Yeah. And so also, it's like, no, they're not immediately evaporated. Like, it was so weird that they were like, she's just immediately gone. Yeah, it's like, no.
It's dumb.
You had to wait for her to leave.
It was corny, and they were all like, whoa, where did she go? Where did she go? Yeah.
And then Jahäria and Cynthia was like, oh my God, she was gone. And it's just like,
From a magician's point of view, what they should have done was have Eva. What are you laughing at?
Just cracked me up when he said from a magician's point of view.
From a magician's point of view, the producers should have had Eva write to them and tell them who was going home.
Yeah.
Have the lights go out and they tap her and take her out so that when the lights do come on, she's gone. And then the people genuinely have a reaction to who's gone.
Or, I mean, this would have cost money, but had like all 4 or 5 of them that are left over on a trap door, and then she just says, Sigourney, and then she falls through the trap door.
Or even not cost money. Blindfold everybody.
Oh, okay.
Blindfold them all, and then they blindfold off and see who's gone. I don't know. Whatever. The point is,
they could have done it. Any of those are better ideas.
Then what?
Yeah, and that's coming from a magician.
From a magician's point of view, that's what it is. Okay, Hellbound Showdown. I hated Priscilla's look. I hated both the looks, to be honest with you. I don't know. Both of them went really dirty, and that's not what this challenge was.
I didn't like Priscilla's look. I didn't like Blackberry's look.
No.
I immediately was like, oh, I remember why I didn't like Blackberry.
Yeah.
And then Priscilla, I thought the top half of her look was interesting, the bottom half of her look with the ridiculous penis.
Yeah.
And then she also, you could totally tell that she had to maneuver it under her butt, like under her, like where her taint was, because she had her hand so far jammed up her ass. You know, it just looked weird.
Yeah.
Like she looked like she was like, you know, trying to shove her fist up her ass or something. It was just like, okay, you're not really performing, you're just masturbating on stage.
Yeah, I don't know. Both of them took it to a masturbation level. I don't know where they got that from, but yeah.
And then Blackberry was like, you know, oh, I'm going to fuck this gun, and then I'm going to look at the gun and stick my tongue out, and then I'm going to fuck it again.
Yeah, it was, and it's going to ejaculate. It was, I don't know where.
Have you had sex?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
It was very strange. All right, we're in a press for time. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Hello Uglies. Be sure to join us next week and every week as we continue to discuss, dissect, and deconstruct each brand new episode of Dragula Titan Season 2. So, for Laurian K. Roggenkamp and myself.
So long, Uglies.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to mention this. Sorry, before we go. Maybe we should redo it.
Okay.
No, we can't. The stupid anticipation joke. They did it 3 fucking times. They did it 3 fucking times.
You know what that reminded me of so much? My dad has this joke that he loves, but nobody ever got it right, and I'll tell you why. But I'll do it. I'm going to do it. But you have when I ask you the question, you have to say, what is it? Okay.
All right.
That's all you have to say. All right. Do you know what the secret to a good joke is?
What is it?
Timing. But nobody would ever say, what is it? Everybody just staring at him waiting. And he go, you have to say. Like, he gets so mad my parents literally got in a fighting match, got in like a cussing match over this one time. My dad told my mom, and my mom's like, how the fuck am I supposed to know I need to reply to you every... It's like,
what is the anticipation joke again?
It's because they do that in the thing.
In Rocky Horror Picture Show, I know.
Yeah, but they don't take like a crazy long time. It's like a beat. Anticipation, you know. It's like, it's not like a, you know, they go walk around the block for a second. These people were like waiting, like they were, you know, waiting for, you know, a line to pass before they could speak again. You know, it's just like, I don't know.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
It was ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah, I was honestly at this, like, the second time I was like, all right, guys, you failed the first
Lori,
time.
I gotta go.
Oh, that's okay. Well, from a magician's point of view.
Thanks for creeping it real with us here on Hello Uglies. Got a bone to pick or praise to raise from the dead? Email us at hellouglies@afterthought.media. Want your voice to haunt our next episode? Leave us a scream at speakpipe.com/afterthoughtmedia. If you want to keep our crypt open and the blood flowing, support us on Patreon at patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia. This episode was brewed and stitched together by Dennis Escalero. A monstrously huge thank you to our expensive tier ghouls over on Patreon. You keep our coffins company. Hello Uglies is an Afterthought Media production. Until next time, stay spooky, stay sickening, and remember, beauty is only skin deep, but ugly is to the bone.
Kay Jewelers Black Friday sale is on. Now's the time to get up to 50% off Black Friday deals. With savings this big, you can get gifts for everyone on your list. Plus, if Black Friday lines aren't your thing, skip them. At Kay, you can buy online and pick up in store or get free shipping right to your home. This holiday season, unwrap love and savings with Kay. Exclusions apply. See Kay.com/exclusions for details.